Hello, and welcome to the Testing Center. How are you today? I see. I hope by the time you leave the center, you feel even just the littlest bit better. Now, did you have an appointment? Good. Let's look you up. And what was the name that this was booked under? Oh, that's what. There you are. Excellent. So we are performing a full vision assessment. Is that correct? Oh, no, we're doing a little bit more than that. Let me just correct that. Let's see. So we are doing but we are also doing that as part of a complete eye examination. Thank you for letting me know. Good. So before we get started, would you mind just confirming your name? I know you just gave it to me, but protocol's protocol. Yes, I can see how I had bungled the spelling a bit that first time. And what is your date of birth? Wonderful. Excellent. And is this your preferred name? How do you like to be addressed? Oh, we do have it in there. Good. There we are. Wonderful. So, for your full vision assessment, as part of a complete eye exam, of course, I am going to be putting on, where'd they go? That's not quite it. These are for our complete hearing assessments. Let's see. Perhaps I need one of those full vision assessments. There we are. I will be placing this visor, if you will, over your eyes so that you can see the tests. And from this point onwards, I will need to be touching you as part of the examination. Is that okay with you? Wonderful. So let's start with this. So I am just going to adjust this. Just like that. How is that? There shouldn't be anything visible on screen currently. Good. Let me just make sure they're being received by my system. They are indeed excellent, so data can transmit back and forth. So this visor will be able to gather a lot more detail about how your eyes are working during the test, in addition to being able to display many of our tests. And as for me, I have a hard copy of what is being displayed, and I also have a little light, which I'll be getting a little hands-on with in a smidge. So it looks like we will start with our visual acuity test. So there will be some numbers or some letters on screen, and I'd just like you to tell me what you see as best as you can. Right? Wonderful. Let's get that started. So, one is go. Right. So if you could tell me what you see on the screen. Good. Excellent. 9, 2. Good. EXC. Wonderful. And keep going. 3, 4, 0. Good. DF. 1, 5, 6, 8. Yep. Good. And the next line. 0, 6, 5. Good. And the next line. Good. Now I am going to be displaying some of those lines at random. You could just do the best you can to identify those. Good. Excellent. Yep. Good. Good. Easy enough. Very good. So, let me just see. What does the computer say here? So there was one. You had mixed up an I with a 1, which is not at all uncommon. Other than that, oh dear, maybe I do need one of those vision assessments. My gosh. There we are. Yes, so that looked excellent. Just that one mistake, and a rather common one at that. That one's just fine. Let's see what program I need to work with next. It's not a program at all. But in fact, I will be getting a little up close and personal with you. So, I am going to use this light to test a variety of things. Now, it is quite bright. Just do the best that you can to keep looking at the light. But for starters, I'm going to have you just look right here. And I'm going to test your pupillary response. Now, we used to have the visors test this. But in being so close to one's eyes, it was a little overwhelming. And some people rather missed the human touch. If you could just keep looking right here. Good. There, just keep looking. Excellent. We want to make sure that your pupils react in an equal way, that they are round, and of course that they do react to the light. Now, I'm going to have you keep looking at my nose here, and I am going to do what's known as the swinging light test to look for an afferent defect in the eyes, of which my computer should be able to detect rather easily. Now I have a few more tests that I'll be doing with you manually, but we will of course be following these up with some of our programs. It's more that I just want to see that you are indeed able to perform them before we can do a more comprehensive look. So I'm going to have you look straight ahead. I'm going to put my hand in between your eyes here, and I am going to look at your direct consensual response. When I shine the light in your eye, it reacts to the light, right? Wow. When I do this to one eye and look at the other, they should react in the same way at the same time, even though no light comes to it. So we have our direct response, and then we check the consensual response. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to have you look at this light. We're going to switch it up a bit. Now, if you could just follow this light using only your eyes and without moving your head, I'm just going to test your cardinal directions of gaze to make sure that your eyes can move in every direction that eyes are supposed to move in. And then we can get a little bit more of a thorough look. Good. Side, up, down, center, side, up, down, center, and let's go up, down, up, down, good, up and down, no lid lag, that's good. Let's go diagonally down, diagonally down, diagonally up, diagonally up, good, diagonally down, diagonally down, diagonally up, and diagonally up, good. For our last manual test, I am going to have you just follow this as it comes. In and out. Good. In and out. In and out. We'll switch to this side. Keep looking at our light. In and out. In and out. Wonderful. So let's see what our computer has to say about your results. It'll take just a moment, I think, but from what I can see, you certainly can move your eyes in all directions of gaze, and your pupils reacted appropriately to our accommodation reflex test. And it looks like, yes, indeed. The next program we will be running, we are going to have you follow the dot. So, good. And this will test your eye movement. So, there will be a dot appearing on screen, and I am just going to have you follow that as best as you can. And I will be observing your eye movements and looking for nystagmus. Maybe we have a big jump in your gaze. Perhaps we have some lid lag. Just looking for any eye motility issues. I'll also be looking at your pursuits and saccades. So just keep following the dot there. Good. Just looking at the smooth and quick eye movements. Good. Keep following the dot. Very good. Yes, it goes a bit all around. It's a little more thorough than I can do because it has a good gauge of your visual field, much more so than I can do. Just keep following the dot. Moves here, there, all around. Might get a little quicker. It might get a little slower. It might be nice and smooth. It might be very quick. Let me just look at it. There we go. I've got a real-time look of what you're seeing and what the system is picking up, of which looks like good. You're doing very well. So we will keep doing that until the system is satisfied it has all of its data. This is one of my particular favorite tests. It is interesting to watch your eyes as they move here, there, around. Now, I'm going to do something a little interesting in that I want you to keep following the dot and don't look at what I'm doing. Just keep focusing on the dot. There you go. Keep looking at the dot and ignore what I'm doing. Good. Very good. Excellent. Just ignore me. Keep following the dot. Not going to be touching you at all. Won't disturb you in that way. Just want you to keep focusing on the dot, and the system will be able to read your attention and tell me what percentage that you broke away from following the dot and instead are looking at me. A bit of distraction. Good. Just keep looking at the dot. Good. Just keep looking at the dot. It's one of the things I quite like about these programs as well, is that we can test so much more and in a simultaneous manner as well. Good. Just keep looking at the dot. Good. I think that's probably enough. Yeah. We have enough data here. Interesting. So, your eye movements look perfect. You have full capability of your entire range. In terms of distraction. Yes, I was a little distracting, it seems, but that is just fine. So that's a decent percentage, but well within the normal limits. Let me see, anything else? Nothing else of note, which is excellent. So now I'm going to start Accommodation, Reflex, Test 1. Good. Now, with the dot that will appear on screen, it is going to test how your eyes react to distance. So it is testing your ability for accommodation. Like what we did with the light, where we came in and out, and in and out. It's going to do something similar. Good. And if you could just keep your eyes on the dot. And what I can do here is I can watch your eyes dilate and constrict, because that's what they're doing. They're dilating and constricting in accordance to the distance in order to be able to focus. So just keep watching the dot. And just let me keep an eye on you. Just looking at your eyes here. Remember to focus on the dot and ignore me. My job is to be observational. Good. It is interesting to see one's eyes dilate and constrict when, to me, it doesn't look like there's anything going on at all. But if I just... There. I just pull up what you're seeing. Makes a lot more sense that way. Good. Now let's check current percentages. be adding our distraction. I hope you don't mind that I am getting so close and observing you like this. Some people find it a little intrusive. But while the system might do a lot of the work, I'm here to catch anything that it might not. Or that perhaps it attributes to something different. We work as a team, the system and I. Wonderful. So I am going to be just, again, getting up close with the purpose of distraction. And I'd like you to just keep following the dot there. And don't mind me. Just observing. Just looking. Good. Good. Don't look at my fingers. Just keep looking at the dot. Good. Excellent. Good. Just these little random movements. It's my job to try to distract you. Good. Keep following the dot. Looks like we've almost got all the data we need. Almost. Bring in the pen. This tends to be the most distracting for people. I swear that it will not touch you at all. Don't have to worry about this coming anywhere near the eyes. Good. We're doing. So, for your accommodation test, your eyes are perfectly capable of accommodation, and distraction levels well within normal limits. That's good. Good to hear. Now, for our next program, I like this one quite a bit. We will have the identification program. So, I am going to have you identify colors, shapes, and pictures. So, let's see. There we go. We will be starting with colors. So that should be appearing on screen. I'll just pull this up. Good. So if you could just tell me what color you see. Red. Good. White. Green. Yes. Brown. Orange. Good. Blue. Yellow. Gray. Good. Purple. Pink. Wonderful. So you can see the full spectrum as it is. Now there are going to be some pictures that are more of a color in a color, right? Just want you to distinguish those colors. Good. So we have red and green. Orange and green. Good. Yellow and green. Orange and blue, yes. Yellow and blue. Red and blue, good. Blue and purple, yes. Purple and orange. Purple and red. Excellent, that's good. Some people get those mixed up, or to some people they have just a touch color blindness. For example, blue and purple might look pretty similar. So we'll move on to shapes. So if you could just tell me the shape you see on screen. Circle. Triangle. Square, good. Trapezoid. Rhombus. Rectangle, good. Parallelogram. Pentagon. Star. Hexagon, good. Square. Pentagon. Rhombus. Parallelogram, good. Circle. Star. Triangle, Trapezoid, yep. Rectangle, good. Hexagon, yep. Square. Star. Trapezoid, yep. Hexagon. Parallelogram. Pentagon. Circle. Triangle. Rectangle. Rhombus. Very good. Now, there will be some pictures, and I'd just like you to tell me what the picture is and then the colors in the picture. So, apple, good. And what colors are in that picture? Good. And the next picture. Beach ball, yep. And our colors? Good. What about the next one? What do you see here? Tree. And the colors? Good. Next picture. A door. Yes, it's a rather old-fashioned door. We don't see many made of wood these days. Tell me what colors you see there. Good. And the next picture. Book. Yes, a book. Don't see many of those either. What colors are there? Good. The next one. A house. And what colors? Next picture. Clock. And the colors. Good. Next one. That's a carrot. Good. And our colors. Next one. Flower. The colors. Good. And our last picture. Wonderful. And the colors. Yep, very good. Now we are going to do some peripheral field testing. So, I am just going to have you tell me when you see the dot come into view. So, let's take a look at your identification scores. Very good. So no signs of color blindness and identification was spot on. That's good. So let's run PF1. Very good. So if you could just tell me when you see the dot come into view. Good. Just going to. Yep. So anytime you see the dot come into view, do make sure to keep your eyes on my nose. Don't know if I said that, but looks like you were abiding by that regardless. The computer gives me a little alert when it sees your eyes wander. Just keep focusing here. Doing wonderful. Let's look at our percentages. Excellent. Good. Good. Yep. Good. Good. Doing really well. I haven't gotten any alerts so far. Good. Yes. Yep. Excellent. Now we're going to change it up a bit. Let me just see. Yes, you did wonderfully with that one. So now we will do a little bit of a modified test in which we're going to cover one side or the other and test your peripheral fields. So I need PF2 to run, and let's pull up. Good. So just keep looking at the middle, and if you could just tell me, when the dot comes into view. There we go. Good. Yes. Good. Excellent. Yep. Good. Brilliant. Yes. Yep. Good. Good. Excellent. So let's switch sides and just tell me, yep, you got it. Good. 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 Yep. Good. Yes. Good. Yep. Yes. Getting pretty good at this. I should say you've been pretty good at this, rather. Good. Good. Yep. Yeah. Good. All right. Let's take a peek. Excellent. So your peripheral fields are intact and you are fully capable of seeing out of your periphery. Very good. Let's take a peek at our percentages here. Good. Okay, so this is consistent with normal visual acuity. So I don't believe we need to do any tweaking with your vision. Here we are. Very good. So I'm going to run the full report. And this just gives me a comprehensive look. Yes, everything is well within normal limits, and there's no need. Gotta zoom in a little. There's no need for intervention at this time, which is wonderful news. So I'm going to go ahead and take your visor from you, if you don't mind. Wonderful. So I'm just going to pull this one, and that should conclude our examination today. So I will be sending this report to you. I'll actually do that right now. Otherwise I'll forget. And then it'll just get sent a little later on. There we go. So you should have that with you. And do you have any questions for me at all? Wonderful. So I'd like to thank you so much for coming into the testing center today. And I hope that you had a wonderful experience with your examination. I hope you have a whale of a day and a good rest of your night. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, it would greatly help me out if you clicked the like button and left a comment so YouTube's algorithm registers that it was a good video. If you want to see more of my work, consider subscribing to the channel. I create primarily medical, pseudoscience / alternative medicine, and personal attention ASMR roleplays. But I've done a little bit of everything from historical to sci-fi to fantasy. If you'd like to support the channel, I offer ad-free videos, early access on videos, and exclusive content on Patreon, or I also have a Ko-Fi